algo que me ha dado mucho valor y me ha dado.
Tonight on Cronkite News, the Latina entrepreneurs launching businesses across Arizona, what they overcame, and the community they found along the way.
Plus, Phoenix drivers, listen up. Find out when the city's speed enforcement cameras will start issuing fines.
And meet the 21-year-old rookie taking center stage at the National Hot Rod Association. Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Eric Matsumoto.
And I'm Raina Majalay. Thank you for joining us.
Now to the state capitol, where several immigration bills are moving through the legislature. But faith leaders have a message for Arizona lawmakers, and they gathered today at the Capitol calling for a different approach to immigration.
Cronkite News reporter Emily Fox-Millian spoke with clergy members and advocates about their message of unity.
Christians, Buddhists, and Catholics all gathering here at the Capitol this morning using prayer to speak out against immigration policies they say are harming families. More than 100 people, including clergy, students, and community members, took part in the Interfaith Vigil. The event was organized by Corazon, the Kino Border Initiative, and the Arizona Faith Network, bringing people together from different religions and political beliefs to pray for families affected by deportation. Vasu Bandhu recently became a U.S. citizen.
Now that I belong to the community and I'm part of the community, I have integrated. I want for others to have the same opportunity, to feel completely that they belong to the community.
He said that immigration laws are important, and he wants people to have the opportunity to pursue citizenship legally. Organizers want to bring that perspective directly to lawmakers.
We want for them to reconnect with the principles of compassion, understanding, and dialogue, to open the dialogue to learn about the concerns of our communities.
Faith leaders say they want the state to shift its focus from enforcement to issues like housing, healthcare, and education. At the state capitol, Emily Fox-Millian, Cronkite News.
Republican leadership in the House and Senate have said they are pursuing immigration bills they believe are common sense and important to community safety.
Criticism surrounding the legacy of civil rights leader and Arizona native Cesar Chavez is fueling efforts in some areas to rename public spaces.
Cronkite News reporter Bentley Yang joins us now with more on the changes in effect.
Possible name changes follow a nationwide trend to stop honoring Cesar Chavez after women accused him of sexual abuse, some when they were children.
Local leaders are grappling with the decision to rename celebrations and landmarks after the late Cesar Chavez. This includes this landmark behind me.
The Cesar Chavez Park is among a long list of Phoenix landmarks, including the Cesar Chavez Plaza, Library, Park and Community Center, and multiple street signs. The city is considering renaming all of those. The Roosevelt School District decided Tuesday night to rename the upcoming Cesar Chavez Day on March 31st. They're also looking to rename the elementary school, and Phoenix Union is considering renaming the high school. In Phoenix, Bentley Yank, Cronkite News.
These accusations were brought forward by National Farm Workers Association co-founder Dolores Huerta, who spoke to the New York Times in a bombshell investigation.
We are in agony.
Yeah.
We are in agony. It is unbearable.
That's Savannah Guthrie speaking in her first interview since her mother went missing. Nancy Guthrie was reported missing on February 1st and still has not been found. This interview from NBC's Today Show comes as the Guthrie family made a plea earlier this week for, quote, renewed attention in the investigation. The full interview will air tomorrow and Friday.
And an update now on conflict in Iran. Approximately 1,000 U.S. soldiers with the Army's 82nd Airborne Division are expected to deploy to the Middle East in the next few days, adding to the already growing military force in the region. U.S. officials approved written deployment orders late Tuesday. The brigade is a ready unit prepared to move with limited notice. This comes as Iran rejects a U.S. plan for a ceasefire, and despite the deployment of new troops to the conflict, Speaker Mike Johnson insists the U.S. is wrapping up the war.
Buildup of troops is very different than boots on the ground. We don't have boots on the ground. I don't think that's the intention, but I think Iran should watch that buildup, and they need to take note of that.
Iran rejected Trump's proposal to end the war and has given new conditions. The demands include safeguards against future attacks, payment of war reparations, and recognition of Iranian independence over the Strait of Hormuz.
March is Women's History Month, and Latina entrepreneurs launching business across Arizona share their stories. Cronkite News reporter Ashley Aros tells us what challenges they faced and how they overcame them.
Handmade jewelry, rings, earrings, and necklaces woven into one-of-a-kind designs.
The way that I like to go about it is I want to perfect something before I go on to the new thing.
Andrea Munoz began making jewelry as a child, spending time with her grandmother.
When my mom had to work, she would babysit me. And so she first taught me on how to make bracelets. I was just watching TV with her one afternoon. She's like, hey, come here, come try this.
Her road to becoming an entrepreneur wasn't easy and faced challenges, just like many other women.
El idioma de alguna manera, estar aquí en un país donde el idioma es diferente, pero principalmente la tecnología.
Her family business in soaps had struggles and took a lot of work. Now, local organizations are helping support women business owners.
If somebody wants to learn how to start a business or wants to navigate that idea, maybe turn a hobby into a business.
In Arizona, women own 43.1% of non-employer businesses, a little above the U.S. average of 42.1%. These two entrepreneurs are proud to continue to represent women-owned businesses and continue their legacy.
Es algo que me ha dado mucho valor y me ha dado la motivación de continuar aprendiendo.
In Phoenix, Ashley Aros, Cronkite News.
According to Greater Phoenix Magazine, nearly 23% of all businesses in Phoenix Metro are owned by women.
Coming up next, the Valley's most iconic running event is on the horizon.
That's right. Folks have already started warming up for Pat's Run, honoring NFL star turned Army Ranger Pat Tillman.
Died and may his legacy live on.
Community, camaraderie, and a local legacy that lives on another year. Coming up on Cronkite News.
Plus, record-breaking heat continues to burn through the valley. But will we get a break from triple digits? Find out coming up next.
So many new people who are on different communities, and when you do that, you're able to network not only, but also get to engage, talk to people, and make life friends.
I think that definitely surprised me, the community that I would find, because I wasn't really expecting it.
Freedom.
Friendly. Nice. I'd say cozy.
This is where Cronkite can be creative.
Safety cameras are on in Phoenix.
If you like to speed, it may finally catch up to you. That's because City of Phoenix will start issuing citations to street speedsters starting today.
Until now, if you were caught speeding, you just got a warning. In fact, over 70,000 speed violations were caught on 9 cameras over the past 30 days.
These cameras were installed due to an uptick in car crashes and a shortage of police officers. This is the area of Phoenix where the 17 cameras will first be placed, 9 in corridors notorious for speeding violations and 8 in school zones. The cameras flash drivers going over 11 miles per hour, this posted speed limit.
And as the valley continues to heat up, I know I'm cranking up my AC sooner than expected.
You and me both, Eric. And with that comes more expensive utility bills starting earlier as well.
Governor Katie Hobbs is tackling this issue head on by expanding the state's utility assistance program. The $15 million investment is bolstering the relief program Power AZ. The extra cash expands who is eligible to receive assistance, which now includes families of 4 making up to $108,000 annually. Each recipient can get up to $640 in aid. You can apply at the DES A to Z Arizona portal. Speaking of the heat, the early heat wave continues. But as high pressure dissolves toward the southern U.S., we may get a temporary relief from triple digits.
Bentley Yang joins us now from the Cronkite Weather Center with our forecast.
That's right, guys. Now we're taking a look at our weekly forecast as usual. So let's get started. Starting with our evening planner at 6 p.m. Expect to see 97 degrees with clear skies tonight, going down at 10 p.m. to 84 degrees. Now for our low temperatures for tomorrow, 68 in Metro Phoenix. And if we look up north right here, we are sitting in the 30s. So definitely not hitting those in Phoenix. Now for our high temperatures. Tomorrow we are still in triple digits in Metro Phoenix, 100 degrees. Same with Yuma and Lake Havasu City. But there is hope. Let's take a look at our 8-day forecast with our average being 56 for the lows and 81 for the highs. But tomorrow, triple digits, 100 degrees, and then 67 for our lows. And for the rest of our week, on Wednesday, we are 79 degrees. So for that is going to be 69 for our lows, and it's looking like a pretty beautiful week, going down into the double digits with partially cloudy skies. For the Cronkite Weather Center, I'm Bentley Yank. Back to you.
The community has just really rallied behind this event. Love for Pat Tillman, love for military scholars, and every year we've been really lucky that people have grown with us.
That's the co-founder of Pat's Run. With the 22nd annual run approaching, the Valley is coming together to honor Pat Tillman and support future scholars.
Cronkite News reporter London Christensen shows how the community is keeping his legacy alive.
With Pat's Run approaching, the annual Pints for Pat celebration brought together local businesses, event sponsors, and supporters, all rallying behind a cause that holds deep meaning in the Valley.
Pat's Run is extremely important here to the Arizona community, not just because of his legacy and his story and everything that he did to fight for our freedom, to represent our country.
The day featured a shakeout run, custom pint glasses, raffle prizes, socializing, and even stories about Pat Tillman from his former Sun Devil teammates.
Everybody's seen the pictures of Pat climbing the light towers and doing things like that, so he was a risk taker. He was fearless.
The people preceding you do stand on the shoulders of giants, and he certainly was. He was certainly a giant.
What started as a tribute is now a tradition. The Pat's Run unites the community every year, celebrating Pat Tillman's legacy and raising funds for Tillman scholars.
The community has just really rallied behind this event. Love for Pat Tillman, love for military scholars, and every year we've been really lucky that people have grown with us.
Centered around Mountain America Stadium, the scenic Pat's Run spans 4.2 miles, ending on the 42-yard line in tribute to Tillman's jersey number during his time with the Sun Devils.
It's 30,000 of your closest friends, runners, walkers, families, and it's just such a beautiful course going through Papago. You get to finish inside the stadium, which is really unique.
It's only 4.2 miles. Anybody can walk, run, wheel 4.2 miles.
As thousands prepare to cross the finish line on April 11th, one thing is certain. Pat's legacy continues to run strong.
Where's a hell of a guy, and may his legacy live on.
In Tempe, London Christensen, Cronkite News.
As thousands prepare to hit the course on April 11th, organizers say the goal remains the same.
To honor Tillman's legacy and support the next generation of leaders.
Coming up next, baseball and music have a long history together, but the next time you go out to the ball game, you might notice a few changes.
That's right, Eric. A signature piece of equipment has found its new groove. Find out how the iconic baseball bat is adopting a musical twist coming up on Cronkite News.
You meet so many new people who are on different communities, and when you do that, you're able to network not only, but also get to engage, talk to people, and make life friends.
I think that definitely surprised me, the community that I would find, because I wasn't really expecting it.
Freedom.
Friendly.
Nice. I'd say cozy.
This is where Cronkite can be creative.
Give it to Jokic. Jokic, a little 10-footer. He's got it.
A nail-biting loss for the Suns last night at home. Welcome into the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Justin Lacertosa. Thank you for joining us. We'll begin tonight with that Suns loss against the Denver Nuggets, which will have huge implications for Phoenix's postseason. Phoenix was firing on all cylinders in the first quarter, scoring 35 points to take the lead, but Denver's firepower was just too much. Nikola Jokic called game in the final seconds, and the Nuggets would come out on top 125-123. The Suns are now 4 games back of the 6th seed. Looks like they'll be headed to the play-in tournament, but there's 9 more games to make up ground in the regular season. Here in the Valley, the roar of engines and the push for speed took center stage this weekend for the National Hot Rod Association, the Arizona Nationals. Our Cronkite News reporter Matt Araneda was down on the track to learn about a 21-year-old rookie blazing a trail.
The NHRA Arizona Nationals at Firebird Motorsports Park in Chandler marked the second Nationals race of the 2026 season. It brought together veteran racers and rising talent, including 21-year-old rookie Maddie Gordon, who competed in just her second national event as a top fuel drag racer.
Very new in my career. I'm 21 years old, my first year driving professional. I'm soaking up every lesson I can. Every time I go on that racetrack, I learn something new.
Gordon became the first ever third-generation NHRA racer and took over top alcohol funny car from her father, Doug Gordon, in early 2024, a family legacy that runs deep in NHRA history.
I could have never gotten to alcohol funny car without my family. And who you surround yourself with and your support system, in my opinion, is what makes you, it's what makes you who you are. They are what made me who I am, and I'm so grateful for them, and their support is everything.
Now that was fast. Not just as fast as Maddie got this point in her career. On April 2025, legendary racer Ron Cass selected her to join his team, and he's been a mentor ever since.
What really caught me was she worked on the car. She helped build the car. She did the clutch on the car, and that was impressive.
I'm very fortunate. I'm living a dream, and that gets, said a lot, but it really is the truth.
Gordon continues to build momentum in her top fuel drag racing career, finishing in the semifinals in back-to-back nationals, while Caps claimed his 78th career win by taking the top alcohol funny car title at the Arizona Nationals. In Chandler, Matt Araneda, Cronkite News.
Maddie Gordon and Ron Capps will be racing next in Pomona, California for the Lucas Oil Winter Nationals. And now to the Diamond. Happy opening day, everybody. The Arizona Diamondbacks are gearing up for their first series of the year, starting tomorrow against the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks finished spring training with a record of 15-15-1. Just yesterday, the team wrapped up their exhibition series against the Cleveland Guardians. Now Chase Field will prepare for its home opener on March 30th against the Detroit Tigers.
It's hard, and I think that's one thing that people don't realize and that we deal with, and just staying mentally strong is more than half the battle, and I think everybody here can attest to that, and that's something that we work on.
The D-backs will face off against the Dodgers tomorrow in Los Angeles for opening day. We saw torpedo bats make an impact last MLB season, but what about drumstick bats? Developers say this equipment could reduce vibration and allow players to have more control at the plate. Our Tyler Wargo tells us how these bats are drumming up buzz.
Baseball players are always in search of the perfect bat. From the way it feels in their hands to how much control they have when making contact with the ball. Carlo Cooper knows the feeling. As a drummer, Cooper likes the perfect feel of a baseball bat to that of perfect drumsticks.
I was taping and sanding my sticks. Drumsticks have been smooth and round and dull like this for 500 years. I got a little frustrated. I didn't want to wear gloves and lose that connection with what's in my hand. So I made some scratches. Those evolved into cross-cut grooves.
Cooper started developing drumstick grooves in 2015 and has been adding grooves to baseball bats for the last 3 years. The grooves are designed to help batters reduce sting, fatigue, and nerve pain when at bat.
This is being tested at U of Mass Lowell. They're going to do a 3-point bend test to demonstrate to MLB and their wood scientists that the grooves do not weaken the handle. They actually strengthen the handle because you don't have to squeeze it so hard.
Cooper's Grip Technology Company manufactures their bats in Ohio, and he brought them here to Arizona for players to try during spring training. There's exactly 32 cross-cut grooves on the handle.
Right now, if you hit one on the end of the bat or up close to your hands, it shocks you. A lot of guys were pro hitters, so I think if it does help the impact and the vibration throughout the bat, I think it'd be very helpful.
It all started with a drumstick, and then it turned into a bat, as the grooves along the handle help players prevent shock and have more control on the bat, whether they want to use batting gloves or not.
I would probably try both, with batting gloves and without. Maybe it would feel good without batting gloves, though. I'd have to see.
Players can expect to use these bats after they are demonstrated at the University of Massachusetts Lowell, and will be sold to independent leagues before being presented to MLB and other bat companies like Louisville Slugger. For now, players can use groove wraps located online. In Scottsdale, Tyler Wargo, Cronkite News.
And finally tonight, Major League Baseball is back, and so is the ballpark food. The league released several new dishes that you can find at ballparks all across the country. At Nationals Park in Washington, you can find the new half-smoked sausage with chili, fried jalapenos, and fried onion. The Dodgers will have coconita pea veal bone marrow tacos, and your local D-backs coming in clutch with the desserts. The Take Me Out to the Ball Game shake, a salted caramel milkshake with Kit Kats and Cracker Jacks on top. Call that a walk-off for your sweet tooth. That's one way to steal the show. Expect this food to cost about the same as a mid-range Mexican restaurant. And that's going to do it for tonight's Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Justin Lacertosa. Thank you for joining us. Now back to Eric and Raina at the desk.
Thanks, Justin. Coming up next, we have a headline you will barely believe.
But don't fear, because it had a positive outcome. Coming up next, find out about a San Diego rescue mission that reunited two very close brothers. Welcome back. 2 cubs are now in care of the San Diego Humane Society.
The bears were brought in after their mother was euthanized following 2 public safety incidents. The cubs are only around 2 to 3 months old. They were brought in to increase their chance of survival without their mom. The San Diego Humane Society plans to raise them and release them back into the wild once they're a little bit older. That's it for tonight's edition of Cronkite News. I'm Eric Matsumoto.
And I'm Raina Majulay. Thank you for joining us.